Ancient Egyptian Horus. Horus was a falcon-headed god of ancient Egypt, with whom all the kings associated themselves. Horus was amongst the most important gods of Egypt, particularly because the pharaoh was supposed to be his early embodiment. Kings would eventually take the name of Horus as one of their own. At the same time, the pharaohs were the followers of Re, and so Horus was also associated with the sun as well. To the people, this solar deity became identified as the son of Osiris. Attempts to resolve the conflicts between these different gods in different parts of Egypt resulted in at least 15 distinct forms of Horus. They can be divided fairly easily into two groups, solar and Osirian. Otherwise he is a solar deity. The solar Horus was called the son of Atum, or Re. There are various other names by which Horus is known in Egyptian mythology. As Osiris, he is Horus, the son of Isis. Horus was conceived magically by Isis following the murder of his father, Osiris. Horus was raised by his mother on the floating island of Chemus near Buto. He was in constant danger from his evil uncle Seth, but his mother protected him and he survived. As a child, Horus was known as Harpocrates, the infant Horus, and was portrayed as a baby suckled by Isis. He was said to be stunted from the waist down. This may be because his father was dead when he was conceived, or perhaps because he was born prematurely. In later times he was affiliated with the newborn son. Harpocrates is pictured as a child sucking his thumb and having his hair fashioned in a sidelock that symbolized his youth. On his head he wore the royal crown. As Harmachis, Horus is the horizon. He personified the rising sun and was associated with Khepera as a symbol of resurrection of eternal life. The Great Sphinx at the Giza Plateau is an example of this form of Horus. Horus the Elder, was one of the earliest forms of Horus and the patron deity of Upper Egypt. He was said to be the son, or sometimes the husband of Hathor. He was also the brother of Osiris and Seth. He became the conqueror of Seth in c. 3000 BCE when Upper Egypt conquered Lower Egypt. He was depicted as a falcon-headed man, sometimes wearing the crowns of Upper and Lower Egypt. It is impossible to distinguish a true Horus from all his many forms. In fact, Horus is mostly a general term for a great number of falcon gods. Yet in all his forms, he is regarded as the prince of the gods and the specific patron of the living rulers. The worship of Horus was brought from the outside by the Ibarang tribes who invaded and settled into Egypt. He was initially the god of war, but was quickly absorbed into the state religion.